The same way God used Muhammad to announce Islam is the same way God used Jesus Christ and some other disciples to announce Christianity. This guy said it's a lie. One Muslim told me this morning that Christianity is a man-made religion, that God never brought Christianity. As a matter of fact, he said everything about Christianity was orchestrated by Paul. I concur. But I asked him a question. I said, what about Islam? This guy said Islam was brought down by God. As a matter of fact, he said even the Quran was brought down by God himself. From my little research, I know very well that religion is man in search of God. That is religion. Man in search of God. Now, I asked this guy a question. If Islam was brought down by God, if Quran was brought down by God, as he said, who did God give it to? Did God bring down Quran himself? To who? I told him the same way God gave Muhammad the revelation and the inspiration to write down Quran is the same way he gave Paul the revelation to pen down some verses of the Bible that we read today. This guy said it's a lie. That everything we see in Christianity today, we are all orchestrated by Paul. That Christianity is never a religion. The last time I checked, I am very much aware that God cannot come down on his own to do something. God must use somebody. The same way God used Muhammad to announce Islam is the same way God used Jesus Christ and some other disciples to announce Christianity. This guy said it's a lie. Now my question is, though it might sound funny, if you say God brought that Quran by himself, what about those Quran that are in Islamic bookshop? Did God fix them there? Did God also come there to put them in catalog? Now question, if you say God brought that Quran himself, God brought it himself, how come those ones in Islamic bookshops? Because this guy said Bible has been printed so many times. You see King James version, you see some version. I concur. Those things, you know, like you, there are so many versions in the Bible. What about those Quran in Islamic bookshop? That's the question. How come they are there? Are you telling me to say that God and bring and come keep there? That's the question. Because the last time I checked, I am very much aware that religion is man in search of God. God must not, I don't even know how to put it, guy. Understand? God announced himself through men. God announced himself through men. The same way he announced himself with Muhammad, the same way he announced himself through Jesus Christ, the same way he announced himself with other disciples and messengers of God. So if you said Islam is directly from God, prove it. Tell me what you mean, because I never understand them. I never understand them.